might want to know how it is I got so smart about things. And, well, it's from listening to other smart people. And one of the people I've listened to at length is Josh Reeves. Josh Reeves is a filmmaker, uh, talk show host. Uh, the Global Reality is his show. And, well, he's doing a special offer right now. He's had a really productive year. We're going to play for you a promo from some of the things he's done. Um, but anyway, I want you to hear his promo out, and I want you to hear my commentary as I go through the list of his documentaries, his 13 documentary movies that are available for you. He's trying to do a fundraiser. He needs about 4 people to uh, buy this package of the 13 documentaries. Like tonight, you know how it is when people go headstrong into fighting the new world order, if you want to call it that, and um, um, exposing the corruption, the evil. Like he's done a 4-part series on Scientology, for example, exposing a lot of that stuff, and not just the ways they do things, but you'll see. I'm gonna play this. I just want you guys to really see it. So here here we switch over. Um,
Hey folks, Josh Reeves here. Did you know that already this year, in 2023, I've already released 3 full-length films, and I released 3 last year as well. I'm in the most productive period I've ever been in, but it seems like my films are not reaching the target audience and the big amount of people they need to reach. Please check out my download store and check out all of the audiobooks, films, and presentations we offer there. You'll find a wealth of information. My Spellcaster series, which began in 2016 and just concluded with Volume 4 a couple of weeks ago, is the most comprehensive look into MK Ultra and mind control and the music business in Hollywood that's ever been put together. You really don't want to miss this series, folks. I put years and years of effort and work into this series, and to see it now is just unbelievable. We're also trying to raise the money for the final installment of the Spellcaster series, which won't be called Spellcasters, but will be called Fall the Movie. And this is the most unbelievable film I've ever made, but we have to raise the budget for it to be able to be made. So, please support our work, folks. Donate to Fall the Movie, buy the downloads, spread the word. Thank you.
Great. So that's a little bit from Josh. It's a little disheartening to hear his voice. I can hear that health has been perhaps a challenge for him, and I've known him along the ways to have some health issues and stuff. But um, in his early days in broadcasting, uh, you would hear him swear up a storm on his shows. Um, he really had some, some anger issues, I guess you could say. But did he go deep into this stuff? And okay, we're gonna look at this. All right, so here is this. Let me see if I can share the link. How do I do this? Do, 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 do. Oh, I can use the URL shortener which is kind of handy. But that doesn't put it on the screen. Here's the link to this page. Anyway, a real quick one. The Josh Reeves 13 film collection. Buy and download. This is the complete collection of Josh Reeves films. Please note these are the films only, and you will have to purchase the full collection to get the audiobooks and or other presentations. Save big by purchasing this pack over buying them individually. Includes the complete Lost Secrets trilogy. And this collection includes 9/11 New World Rising. He did a thing on the 9/11 ordeal. And The Secret Right, which was one of the ones I liked. The Secret Right went and documented. Let me make this into reader mode. In 2009, and it talked about a secret organization. You might have heard of the Bilderberg Group. Well, this one is perhaps more secret because you haven't heard of it. And it's called the National. Wow, I'm even having a hard time saying it, but we'll come up and describe it. National Policy, the Council for National Policy, the CNP, Council for National Policy. That's what that goes into. And it talks about how the religious right was controlled by this group during the Reagan Revolution and all that. The Secret Right, Volume 2, The Lost Secrets of Ancient America. He goes into looking at giants. He's got a really big thing about looking at where there were giants and stuff. And I think in here he brings us some information about his. Let me see if I can get myself on the screen here too. He came up in Texas near a place called Rockwall, Rockwall, Texas, which was named after a rock wall that they found down below the surface of the earth. And this is not just your average rock wall. It's made of very bizarre composite materials, which came from an asteroid and like a resin. And there's accounts of people driving these big earth moving trucks over the rock wall, and the driver feeling afraid that his truck was going to fly into the air as a result of the paramagnetic effects of the material that was down there, and how the truck vibrated and agitated the wall. It's just very, very interesting things. Giants under there, a giant, bones and stuff, and stories of newspaper articles that had accounts of people going down into these places and seeing giant black obelisks underground, and human remains in pots, giant pots. So we got all that. I don't know what his secret message 2015 one was. The Spellcasters. This is the series that talks about the Scientology people. And more Lost Secrets of Ancient America. I know I've listened to Josh talk about, for example, when you think of museums in Washington, D.C., there's one that comes to mind, and he talks about how they are gatekeepers and they are hiding all this information instead of making it public. The Smithsonian Institute is what he's talking about there. The Spellcasters 2 and 3, um, Balls, Sports, and the Mafia in America. There's a nice documentary. You can learn about that. One True God. I don't know much about that one, but in following Josh's work, I know it's probably not a religious sort of thing, as much as you might think. The Spellcasters Volume 4. Let's see. In some of these, please note, some of these films may require the VLC media player to play from your computer. Um, and you can get the VLC player for smart TVs as well. I'm pretty sure you can download that. And so this is the link to his page, which I made a short bit.ly link and put on the screen for you. But it's there so you can verify it. Well, that's kind of nice to talk about, and so this is what it looks like, and he pours his heart and soul into doing all this work, and I think Josh does great work, and I'd love myself to be able to have all of these. I've bought some of them, the Secret Right ones, early on, and it was just amazing. I mean, for me, it was so important to know about who was manipulating the religious right, because I was manipulated by the religious right, and uh, I feel like I want that time of my life back. They were manipulating me in ways that I do not approve of, and the whole right to life movement, um, and all of this stuff. They were using uh, occult um, magic, if you will, to manipulate masses. And we had people like Phyllis Schlafly um, kind of admitting to some of this shenanigans. And anyway, I like Josh. Um, I've learned so much from him in a cursory overview of understanding the secret societies without having to make a pledge of secrecy. He's read some works from Albert Pike, um, and a lot of things about ancient Sumerians. Um, he's read the works of Thoth, 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 if you will, and um, he's got a lot of those books on tape that he's created. So he's got other works that you can buy too. But Josh Reeves, great, a great person, and I was trying to get him on the show here tonight, but say I've got a link for this YouTube video where what I've played for you, and then you can follow his channel. Let me make a quick. See if I can do a QR code for you or something. Well, here's the link, and I'll put the link in the chat. How's that? That's the YouTube video we just played. And well, good. Yeah, like I say, if I could, I'd love to have that full set of those videos myself. Let me see if somebody posted something while I wasn't looking. Scrolling back through the comments here. No, I don't see anybody else's comments. Okay. But again, if you're just joining us, in the show notes, there's a link to this the payloads.com address for the Josh Reeves 13 film collection, $130, and man, you can learn a lot of stuff from those movies. The Secret Right was an interesting one, and the thing that was so strange to me was I knew so many of the players in The Secret Right. I was involved with Christian television at the time, and we would have events. So we would have these speakers come and talk to people, like the likes of Cal Thomas, and well, the names are getting kind of rusty now. Working on getting my brain function up to speed, but there were many of them. But one of the presidents of the Council for National Policy was Morton C. Blackwell. And wouldn't you know it, I actually stayed at his house overnight. And I couldn't believe it. Here he was, also the founder of the Leadership Institute, he called it. And I had won a book. And he wanted to make sure I read the book. So he invited me to stay over at his house. I was campaigning out there near Virginia, was heading to Pennsylvania, trying to get Pat Robertson elected president. And back in 1988, yeah, I was really into it. So, I mean, this just blows my mind that the president of one of these super organizations, and they changed presidents fairly rapidly in rapid succession. And then I ran into a fellow at Conspiracy Con later on in 2012, I would guess. What's his name? Stanley Monteith. And that's good. My memory was working good there. Stanley Monteith. And I asked him during the Q&A if he was a member of the Council for National Policy, what he thought about it. And he said that he was a member, and that he was distancing himself from the organization because they were beating the drums for war in Iran. And I thought that was interesting. So, we've heard of a lot of pressure, to try to strike Iran over the years, and it just comes up now and then. So anyway, I'm glad that that's being held back. But it really helps to get this information out there. It helps to understand how people, the masses, are being manipulated, mind controlled, and so forth. He talks a lot about MK Ultra in his documentaries and all that. So he's got a lot of good stuff. I think this is the link to get to his show or to buy his series. bit.ly/3RBYI capital X a little I. That's about all I got for today's show. If you're feeling generous and you want to donate, here's I'll put that on the screen. That's all the information from my show. And I don't know if you guys consider me a journalist or not. I do try to get information out, and that's part of what this show is about, is maintaining a voice on the platforms. And I'm I enjoy when I get really big, and a big in terms of audience, viewership, and all that. So that's nice. But on the other hand, it's nice being small, under the radar, um, hiding under the algorithms and all that stuff. And so I don't quite get suppressed so much. For example, I was able to talk about a certain, let's see, am I broadcasting on YouTube? I have to check. I don't know. I think I am. Anyway, there's certain things I can't say on YouTube. So, and I am broadcasting on YouTube, Facebook, D Live, Twitch, and then the others of you might see this. I'm trying to get myself back on the screen here. Okay, there we go. I've talked many times about things that are censored and whatever, and so I do risk a lot in talking about these things. And so usually when I do, I try not to broadcast on YouTube, because just because. um right, so that's all I've got for you. I hope you guys have a great weekend. It's Saturday, July 8th, 2023. Joe Baker's Remedy Report is a broadcast about bringing harmony to the world through economic innovations, health tips, increased awareness. I say the show's for entertainment purposes only, and wink. Um, and we've been talking in today's show about Josh Reeves and his offer of selling his 13 films for a special price of $130. And again, I'll put the link on the screen. That'll get you to, it's a short link. You can type it in, or find it in the chat and click it. I hope he finds the four buyers that he needs to, help fund the next leg of his documentary productions. That's all for now. Everybody have a good weekend. Goodbye now.